I'm Jan Shegda, and today is another day in our Enneagram Style Speak series. Today we're going to be discussing Style 9, the Peacemaker, and we'll talk about how this type communicates generally, how best to communicate with them, and then also the one thing they need most from us to enhance communication. So first, what's the style of communication for 9s? 9s like to give you the whole story. They want to give you all the details, all the experiences of a particular situation they're describing, whether that's at work or at home. And they tend to have a style where they go down every path, explore every corner, and kind of almost digest the situation, talk about it from all different sides. So, not to mix systems too much, but in terms of the Strengths Finder, what I think about most with the 9 communication style is the strength of connectedness, which is this idea that everything's really the same ball of wax. It's all connected to each other. So when a 9 communicates, it's almost like they're exploring every possible avenue or every possible side of an issue, of a discussion topic. And they want you to come along with them on that journey and just kind of explore and see where it takes you. So in that sense, it's not always real goal-oriented or action-focused. It's more just about discussion and exploration. So the best way to describe their style would be kind of about the whole story, giving you the whole story. When we talked about 1s, we talked about it being more of a teaching style. The 9 style is giving you the whole story. And it can also be, communication is talking and listening, right? And 9s are very good listeners. And often there's a style of kind of going along. So if they're listening to someone, their communication back to that person might be expressing where they agree with that perspective. So in terms of how to communicate best with a 9, the best way to communicate with them is, number 1, join them on that journey of exploring the different sides of a particular issue. But number 2, keep gently reminding them and discussing with them what's the global message or the point of the story they're telling or what they're wanting to get across. Sometimes 9s can get a little bit lost in all the details, can't see the forest for the trees, for example. So in communicating with them and clarifying that communication, it's helpful in a loving way if you can work with them to get to what's the crystallized point of the stories or the concepts they're bringing to bear. And then lastly, the thing that they need most from us, 9s, what they need most from us is a space to be heard and someone to really listen to them. So 9s spend a lot of their lives merging with others, understanding others, and because they're so good at that, they spend so much time there, they don't always get what they need in terms of being listened to and heard. So the best gift that you can give a 9 in communication is really just to hear their perspective, draw out their perspective, explore it with them, and make it so it doesn't have to be action-oriented. So if it's a work situation, make sure that you're building in time outside of kind of those planning structured meetings where it's just you and your friendly 9 exploring the 9's world, letting them tell their stories of how their week has been or great moments in their life or whatever those stories would be. Because it's really important for them in terms of connecting with others and connecting more deeply with themselves to have a place to be heard and to communicate the whole story. So again, to wrap up, best thing you can give a 9 is allow them to tell you the whole story. Join us next week for Style 8, Style Speak. And as always, if you have any questions or anything that you want to know that I haven't covered, please comment or message me. Thanks, see you next time.